Welcome back to another edition of Real Talk. Here we are again, episode 11, podcast 11. Today, we're just going to be talking some real talk. And I don't mean none of that R-E-E-L real talk. I mean real talk. As you can tell, I am alone. No castmates with me tonight. No podcasters with me tonight. Kind of I tried to record it and it didn't go well. But we had some words, and looks like it's gonna be just the Ryan Real Talk podcast. Yeah, life, this funny thing we call life. Lots of things happen in life, lots of ups, lots of downs. I mean, you want to keep it simple and realistic and divide it into its simplistic form. You know, you take it back to something as simple as good and evil, right and wrong. You know, we all know that two-sided coin, and we all know what that two-sided coin can do. I'm not talking no Harvey Dent Two-Face. No. We talking lots of things in life. Life is a funny thing. You think about just all the stuff that's happened throughout your life, the course of history. You look back on, you think that we could learn from certain things and move on. Some people can't. You know? I used to be that guy. I used to not be able to take things and move on. But now it's just a part of life. You have to move on, regardless of how you feel. Life keeps moving forward. We know that. The time keeps ticking. Back to the Future, anybody? Real talk. Which is awesome. It's one of my favorite trilogies of all time right there. Back to the Future. We've all had that Back to the Future thought. You know, what if I were able to travel back in time? You know, what could I do? Where would I be? You know, who would I be? It's such a simple question. And we've all had that in our lives, the what if scenario, the time travel scenario. And, you know, we all think that we just need that little something to get us by. That little something's low for me right now, not sponsored by affiliated with, but you know what, I'll take that. I'll take it. But I've seen a lot of, you know, we see a lot of divide and conquer. We've seen a lot of that throughout the course of history. But it's happening in our own very homes. Especially the divide part. They're conquering. They're already winning at the conquering. They're getting us at the conquering. You know? They already conquered. And I guess you can say in a way we've already been divided. Because, well, united we stand, divided we fall. Look where we're at. Which side of the totem pole we are on that. Yeah, we're going deep down that dark rabbit hole. Yep, we sure are going down that dark rabbit hole when we talk about that. Because this silly, funny thing is we all got the choice and mindset. You see, I could have took the same path my own father did and been the same father I was to my kid. So nobody's perfect, you know. we act like we are. We put on this face, this shield, this layer of protection, this protective armor. It's hard to be real and vulnerable, you know? People are too scared to talk about what's right and wrong or talk about uncomfortable situations. And the only way we can get on to the next step is to be uncomfortable and take that step over that line. Because how else are we going to win? If we just keep bending over and going with it, flowing with it. Funny little thing we call life. For those who don't know, I am always going to be an addict. Who isn't? Shoot, we're all addicted to this social media, this app. Speaking of, I got banned from TikTok recently. Yeah, I got banned from TikTok. The TikToks. The talks of the ticks. I got banned. Go bye-bye. I don't know why. Your guess is as good as mine. I didn't get a reason. I tried to appeal it. It didn't go through. It says at first that I was temporarily banned, but now it's official. It's done. It's done. And real talk too. I put like 2 or 3 clips up there, and one of them was talking about scams from our first episode, and then another one was talking about what was it? Oh, religion and Sound of Freedom, stuff like that. It just goes to show that we're being silenced. They're trying to silence us. But those who have already spoke, those who see, those who are awake, we know we're the ones that are called crazy. But whatever, man. Whatever you want to believe in, whatever you want to have faith in. But I believe and have faith in a higher power, and the higher power, his name is God, Jesus Christ. That's who I report to. You know what I mean? That's my boss. That's all of our bosses. Some of you just can't accept it. Don't see it. Don't want to see it. Think it's fake. Who knows what happens after we die? There's been lots of counts. They real or not? I don't know. We don't know. We will not know until we cross that barrier. And once we do cross that barrier, then we'll know. And in that moment, it will be between, you and God, me and God. This is going to be a one-on-one. Or it's going to be, you're going to judge us all. I don't know how that works. If it's like all of us individually at the same time, or all of us together at the same time, I don't know how it works, but we're going to be judged, and we're going to be, that's what it's going to be. And, we were given the answers and the opportunity right before us, and along with the free will that was given, we take it or we leave it. It is what it is. That's all I'm saying. It is what it is. My vlog channel, that it's like, man, it's so easy to just to not do anything. You know what I mean? When I say it's not easy not to do anything, I mean that is not in wanting to edit, or I do edit and I just don't render it or upload it. It just Not gonna lie, there is a part of me that's, I guess it still feels a part of me is missing, or that it just, I don't know if you want to call it triggered, or sets off some emotions or what, but the vlogs thing is something that a friend, that I took for granted, that we all do. We don't realize the time that we have on this earth, how short it is, and when our time is up, regardless if that time is ours or not, if we take it or not. But still, it's still hard wrapping my head around. My friend James got me back into vlogging, and I wanted to continue it for him. But sometimes I find myself stuck, emotionally, and I can't really find the strength to really move forward. And that's just me being open and real. It is what it is. Life, we gotta roll with the punches. I always tell people we let this life make us or break us. You choose. It's all about that mindset, You open the door for somebody. Somebody chooses not to say thank you, and they walk forward, and you could just go, oh, okay, go about your day. Didn't affect you, or it could affect you a little bit, and like, wow, didn't even say thank you. We all been there. We all said that. Like, nobody says thank you anymore. Nobody's polite. I don't mean nobody's and everybody. Nobody. You know what I mean. Select few, but also very few. At the same time, it makes sense. I don't know. But life moves on. My life moves forward, and you have to find ways to move forward yourself, and you got to keep the person, whoever they are to you, you got to keep them alive, their memory alive. I think, we keep them alive by living for them and continue to talk about them and, who they were, and I miss them. I think about them a lot. And especially when I'm sitting and trying to edit, I remember sharing before I'd make a vlog public or something, I'd share him a private link, and be like, hey, take a look at this vlog, what do you think? So I'm used to me and him sharing, and I feel bad that he started to fall out of it there towards the end. I don't know if that was just because of the content I was pushing out all the time, and it made him feel like he wasn't doing as much. I don't know. Can't really think about that anymore, because it is what it is. We're here now. We're here in the moment. Everything's got a beginning, middle, and end. Just as you'd pick up a book, you read it, and the book's done and over with. Sometimes it's fun to pick that book back up and revisit. Same with a movie. It's fun to grab a movie, put it back into a player, and watch it again over and over, because you can relate, and those stories are fun. And sometimes we don't want it to end, so that's why we revisit things, and that's why nostalgia is coming back, because we don't want things to end. We want them to stay the way they are. And that's just not the way things are, because that's just human nature. We just evolve, and we go with the flow. I mean, look at technology. Now we're just rolling with it. I mean, it's just got us all like in a strong chokehold. And I sit here and act like I got it all together, or I got a lot of the answers, or I'm the guy to come to when you're happy or need to find that happiness and positivity again. And I feel like sometimes I let people down in that sense too, because I know some people look forward to that. And we all battle. We don't know what any of us are going through. And we take this life day by day for granted. All of us do. We all do. I know we do. Trust me, I've been there. I've tried to drown it out with drinking when I used to drink, or huffing when I used to huff, air duster, and all that stuff used to be real vulnerable, and it's hard to talk about, but it made me who I am. All of us, we always would have that. When I talk about Back to the Future time travel, we talk about how we go back in time. You know what I mean? We all had that what if button. We go back and change something, do something differently. But we don't know the outcome of that. The smallest thing, like they say, even in the butterfly effect, littlest things can make the biggest difference, set off a lot. And we don't know. We don't know the outfall of that, the outcome, the snowball cycle, the effect. Because it is what it is. It's like ASMR. What? It's ASMR. Remember that was a big thing? I think people are still doing it. So you can get that sound. You can do a bunch of weird things with sound. It's funny. You can just really whisper into it. It's so weird how far technology's coming, all the digital ages, all the streaming. Oh, I dislike the streaming so bad. I find myself streaming something, especially if I own it. I'm just like, Ryan, what are you doing? And then I'll stop it and I'll bust out the disc, the physical copy. Open that bad boy up, get all intimate with it. Pop that disc out, put it in the player. Watch that, mother. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. You want to talk about a good time? Put it in physical media. Put that disc into that player. Remember what it feels like. Excuse me. That was such a weak burp. Oh, that was better. Remember where you came from. Pop that bad boy in. There ain't no SNES cartridge you gotta blow on it, or sometimes you might have some dust or something, you blow it off, but it's fun. I like popping in physical media. There's a fact, one day I wanted to get so nostalgic with the look and feel that I was like getting ready to I put in the Blu-ray. Actually, to be honest with you, I got to the main menu and I was like, hold up, I got this on DVD. What am I doing watching this amazing HD quality movie? What am I doing? You know what I mean? I'm like, I should watch this on DVD. Get that standard quality going. See that film real grain. See it all in its spectacular glory. But life. I just try to be fun, entertaining, positive. It's not easy. As they say, it's always easier said than done. That's the truth with anything. Man. There's only one perfect man. We've already talked about him. His name is Jesus. There's only one perfect man. He sees all, knows all. Yeah, I try not to get too spiritual or religious or anything. I try not to. I live by faith, not by sight. And I try not to let categories or anything define me or place me somewhere. People are like, what kind of Christian are you, or believer are you, stuff like that. And I'm like, I try not to say I'm Christian or, stuff like that. I'm a follower of Christ. This is what it is. Said and done. Boom, biggity, biggity, bang. You know, Jesus never said, hey, follow Christians or follow this religion over this religion, or he says, follow me. Follow me. Jesus, follow me. Be Christ-like. People forget that. People forget what kindness can do, you know, when we're not running around and judging one another, judging people. Why? Everybody's so judgmental on social media and everything anymore. Why? Like, I think about it. I'm grateful that I was banned from TikTok before the ban. There's going to be a lot of lost people out there. I mean, of course, people are going to pick up another app. Another app's going to take its place. Or maybe we just go back to, like, I don't understand why we need 4 or 5 different platforms. You know, everybody's always trying to get onto it and become the next big thing on that platform. You know, I've even thought about switching my content and everything over to Rumble. Or even my just own, like, website. Or even on Patreon. People do Patreon, you know. And when people do Patreon, you got, you know, the people can do certain things and they can pay for that content. And if they pay for that content, then you get different types of content that way. And you have people check out that content in that form, immediate or not, you know, instead of one way or the other. Because you don't want to be chasing the media like that. That's not cool. That media is done. And it's sad. Sad times. Because we miss it. It was a sad day whenever we lost, you know, video store rentals. For me, I didn't like that. That wasn't cool. And we're seeing it more and more everywhere. And I don't know what I'm going to do. Because what about that time in COVID? We lost movie theaters. Remember that? And we all kind of lost ourselves a little bit too. Time that was supposed to bring us all together. And we're all like, let's stay inside. And now we're all just so used to that and accustomed to that. It's weird. But you know, movie experience I had one time that was really cool was 127 Hours. I remember seeing that for the first time in the theater. And just what that was like. It was like crazy because I've heard about the Aaron Rothstein guy, but never really researched it or none. I just heard that somebody was trapped. And then you go see this movie and experience that. I was like, what the heck is that? What the world was that? Because that was insane. Just the power, adrenaline that comes over you in that moment. Because none of us know what we would do. You know, would we go through with it? Would we do something or that next thing to get to the next thing? Would we better? Work harder? Do anything like that? Like, that's crazy. So, we all got to just try to look past that. But I remember watching that. It was crazy. I don't know if anybody knew Spider-Man was back in the theaters, but it is. It's back in the theaters. I really wanted to go see it. But it is what it is. George Janko is a cool podcaster I listen to. He switched over from Logan Paul's podcasting, and he does a lot of talks with some pastors and some religious people, and I like what they got to say. we all know how short this can be. Mm-hmm. I want to see where things go because I'm trying to bring more content back, but it's tough. It's hard. Lost picture there for a moment. Lost picture there. Battery died. My bad. Sometimes I charge batteries and then I forget to charge the other one because I got like 4 batteries, but a 2-part one, and I'll charge 2 and then forget to charge the other 2. It happens. Don't look at me like that. Don't judge. It happens. It's an accident. Just as I said, none of us perfect. We're not perfect. None of us are. You think you are, but you're not. None of us are. But we are perfect in God's eye. I'll say that. I'll see that. I mean, we got our flaws, don't get me wrong, but that's what makes us us. That's what makes you you. Because you have those differences. You know, think about how boring it'd be if everything was the same. You know, think about TV shows or movies that you don't watch because it has similar storyline structure. Or we've all complained about an actor basically being themselves in every movie they do. That they're just, a lot of people say that with Keanu, like Keanu's just Keanu, or Arnold's just Arnold, you know. Because, you know, when you got your character actors where people break down different walls and areas, but just how boring would that be? That's why we're all different. That's why we're all made different. We're all made in God's image. Remember that. That's important. That's an important one. But I don't know, I guess I just want people to push for, strive for better. For them, not only for themselves, but for their future. Other people's future, the kids' future. It's important. What we leave behind is important. Think about another 50 to 100 years from now when people look back at this era timeline of just social media and influencers and viral videos and just all the things that have happened, the people that have gone viral off one-hit wonders you never see or hear from again, all those different things. It's all there. It all comes together and forms this crazy thing on this earth that we call life, that we live day in and day out. And gotta take it one day at a time. One day at a time. Because you cannot rush or push past it. Because if you try to run past God's timing, he's gonna grab you. You know, like kid at a candy store, God's the parent pulling you back. Like, hey, don't get too excited now. Getting ahead of yourself. Come back. Reel it in real talk, you know. But I hope everybody's been enjoying them. There's just been so much in the pipeline. We're trying to get things done. Trying to get more vlogs done, more content done, movies done, all that while trying to live your life and balance that life and all that, you know, and work and stuff like that. And just wish there was more time to do more things, see more people, spend more time with people, cherish more things in life that we normally don't. I hope that's something that they fix with the newer GoPros, because I've had I might got a 10, so I'm not sure where that lies, but it is what it is. Yeah, it needs to cool down. Needs to cool down. One hot moment. I guess I'll just try to wrap it up simply and as easy as this. You heard it said before, you do you. Or that expression that you can lead a herd to the river, but you can't make them drink the water type thing. So it is what it is. Take it with a grain of salt. Life, lessons, coincidences, fate. Things happen for a reason. Do they not? Is everything meant to be a certain way? Or is it up to choose that path where it splits in the road and we don't know what to do? Or we go one way, not the other. So we define it ourselves, but it's also predestined. Just determines on the outcome or decision. There's a lot of things that people don't really take too serious and think are jokes and can just laugh at it and be done and move on. And that simple word that's thrown around, that I don't care, and hey, what do you want for dinner? I don't care. Just thrown around. But we gotta watch how we use it, because in certain different situations it can mean a whole different scenario. Like, hey, I love you. I don't care. Go do this. Oh, I told you to do that. Oh, I don't care. Or, just, what do you want for dinner? As I used for example before. What do you want for dinner? I don't care. It's that simple. Depending on the scenario, with anything and everything. Which is a good movie. Anything, everything, everywhere, all at once, everywhere. It's a good movie. But anyway, I don't want to get too off track, as I usually do. I'm known for that. For my rambling. I'm a rambling man. But it is what it is. That's life. Take it as you will. But I mean nothing but the best. I have nothing but the best intentions. I lead with my heart. I try to care and follow in the steps of Christ. Be Christ-like. And like I said, we're not all perfect. And forgiveness is hard. Trust me. But there's just a lot of good that we can do. And if we use that and push forward and use it more as a skill or a weapon, like, we can do so much more if we all put our minds to it, or we all came together. And what that saying says, killed with kindness. So with that said, thanks for listening. Stay up, stay positive, stay in the mindset. We'll see where the future lies. It's out of our hands. We can only live it and understand it as it goes and take it as it is. Trials and tribulations, we all face them. It's what shapes us to the person we are today. It is what it is. I said what I said. Much love to y'all. Real talk. Stay happy, stay positive, stay in the mindset. Feel something bigger. Zoa. Not sponsored by or affiliated with, but come on now. I just think it's about time. Did you hit that like and subscribe button? I don't know where to go from there because I'm not a poet. Or maybe I am and just didn't know it. Oh, that's real talk. And that's how the cookie crumbles, as they say. That's how the cookie crumbles. Boom. Anyway. Good night. Good night. I could just sit here and talk to this thing all day long. After getting these, now I understand why people rock out the microphones and the headset, because it gets all intimate and personal up in here in the space in your ear holes. It's a nice feeling, and it sounds good too. Now I get why everybody's all about that ASMR, because it is fun. It is. It may sound weird and look weird doing it, but the world's changing and adapting as we should, and try new things and experience new things. Yeah. Anyway, if I don't stop here, it's gonna go on and on and on forever. And on and on and on forever. Alright. Peace, love, respect, and happiness, y'all. Peace out. A-Town style. Usher, yeah. I'm done.